Hello everyone, welcome back to the another day, another lecture of our data science series. I am Radul Natani and I'll be teaching you guys data science, a basic tutorial about data science. So yeah, as far as we have done, we are referencing one of my websites on which I have wrote my documentation for data science tutorial, which is datasciencewithmradul.versal.app. We were done with our first milestone, also with our second milestone, with our third milestone, and just a second. I think my internet is a bit slow today. We were also done with our fourth milestone, right? Yeah, I remember. Mm, yeah. So we were also done with our fourth milestone. So we have done in our previous chapters, we have covered the data collection, cleaning, preparation, and XYZ, all those things. So now we are ready to partition our data into training sets and testing sets. We will partition our data into two sets. Where we basically we on one test we will be training it, and on one test we will be testing it. Uh, Also, the balancing of data will be done to and to also to also the the baseline performance. We will also check the baseline performance of our model which we are working on. Uh, this phase will be basically called as mm, uh, to prepare our data for getting it into a model, for preparing our data for modeling. So the steps we will be performing are like partition the data. I'll let you know guys how to partition data and uh, using Python script. Uh, just a second. Yeah. So also there's a function of pandas library which is like train underscore test underscore split, which splits the database basically, and it is very easy to use kind of thing. As I told you, like Python is literal English. I'll be teaching you that. We will validate our partitions. I'll let you know guys let how to validate. Like it is written over here. It is important to validate that your partitioning strategy is random and it does not introduce any biasness. The partition data should not be biased to one, ensuring the same distribution of target values y in both training and test sets. Test sets is key to model fairness. Like basically, our model should work in a fair way. So we will check the distribution of the target variables in trained sets and the test set. We will be balancing the training sets like it is written over here. If the target variables is imbalanced, like for example, if one class is much more frequent than the other, so it is important to balance the data, so that the model can learn things properly. This can be done using resampling methods such as oversampling, the monitoring just a second, such as oversampling the monitoring class or undersampling the majority class. There are many inbuilt functions in Python for performing these operations. Then at the end, we will establish a baseline performance of our model, that how it is working. We will use a sample model, like it is written over here, logistic regression and decision tree to serve our baseline performance. And here are the exercises you have to do after the completion of of the whole thing. After the completion of the whole explanation, you can either refer to the code written over here on the website, or you can refer the code which I'll be showing you guys. Just a second. Let me minimize all the things so that you can clearly see the terminal working. So yeah, here are two files from which I'll be just telling you guys that how model preparation things work, how model preparation is done over here, and the other file where the main application is. So here are all the phases till now we have worked on them. It combines all the phases and will run a combine operation on performing all the phases of the application development we have done till now. So yeah, model preparation. Here are the functions that loads the process at the bank dataset. Basically, here is the file path of which we will be which we will be passed as an argument to the parameter over here from the main function. It will basically read the file first and give the shape of the file, add index column and all those things which we have done right now. The main part comes from here. Partition of the data. We are partitioning the data over here. Like you can see these functions. As I told you, train test split is a function is a inbuilt function in the uh, for we will be using some inbuilt functions which are a part of pandas and numpy libraries. A function balancing and training by resampling the major minority classes. As I told you that we will be doing the resampling of the data as it is written over here to validate where it is written. Just a second. Yeah, as it is written to to balance the training data sets and the test data sets written over here. Mainly the training data set we will be balancing. So yeah. Yeah, here is the function to prepare the features and target for model training. And here's the code for model training. This is very easy code. It is you can just just Python is very easy to understand basically. So you can if you just give it a read, so you will be able to you will be easily able to understand all these things. We are using various pipelines which are given us through the library which is sklearn. Uh, from here, yeah. And hot encoding and all those things we will be doing via pipelines only. Pipelines are basically, you can say them as a connection between you know, between two processes or between two library functions, you can say. So let me just run it for you guys so that you can, see what is happening in model preparation. Just a second, I think I have written the wrong spelling. So here is the outcome of the file which I have run over here. So just a second, let me minimize the VS Code window so that you can clearly see what things are happening over here. So let from where it is getting started. Just let me run it again now because it is becoming a bit confusing for me to read the things. Uh, Now it is a bit clear. So first the data is getting loaded and the dimensions of the data which got loaded are being displayed over here. So yeah, as I told you that we will be focusing on removing the outliers and all those things in the first a bit of videos which I just I taught you, and then the dimensions of test data set and the training data sets are given over here. As I told you that we will be partitioning the data sets into two parts for training and for testing. Here we have done the balancing of data sets. The original training data set response distribution is given over here. Then the rebalancing of data distribution, as I taught you guys, from which part I taught you, like, yeah, from the balancing part only, I just told you that we will be, rebalancing our data sets and all those things. Then that model training is done here. Then the confusion matrix, then the classification report. Basically, a report classification report is generated in the respect of our model training and all those things. Just a second, let me minimize it. Yeah. So here is the accuracy, macro average and weighted average of our, the tested or and training data, which is done by after the partitioning of the whole data set. Also, we got the last step of the this milestone was establishing a baseline performance, which we saw here in the classification report, where the baseline performance of our the like trained and of this what we call it, like trained data of the baseline perform basically the baseline performance of the trained data is been displayed here. So yeah, that's all for this video. And the next, do not please do not forget to complete these tasks I've been giving you after the completion of the video, as it is really important to do things by yourself. If you just rely on the video, things won't work. Also, in our next video, we will be discussing about decision trees and also the model evaluation things, like how can you evaluate your model. uh, Please visit the website to to just see the documentation, and if you are facing any kind of difficulty related learning Python and all those things, so I would just recommend you guys stuck to the documentation. Documentation is the best part to learn anything. If you are just reading the documentation and implementing thing, you will be just able to know that how things are working. So that's all. Thank you.